morning, jobbers. Welcome for another episode of our channel, and I hope that you learned something from my third video, and I hope that you've watched it keenly and na-feel nyo talaga yung emotion ng aking third video sa aking channel. Salamat po sa appreciation na worth it po yung paghihirap na mag-isip po ng magandang content para sa channel na ito. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. So, before I'll go with my topic this morning, I have to recognize the people na patuloy pong sumusuporta, nagkukomento, nanood talaga from beginning to end ng video. Maraming salamat po. Sharifi Ang ng Taligaman National High School, Future Attorney Johaira Adaw ng MSU, Berly Delphine ng Taligaman National High School, Jennifer Coino ng SGIT, my brilliant student, Angelo Marikit, graceful dancer, Taligaman now sa SU student, Rocky Millionaire, so Rocky Margalimaso, my friend, Marcelino Bernados, my brilliant friend from CSU, Lance Laurenciana, my son in Austin, Cheryl Santos, my friend, thanks for the Bible verse, Auntie Eva Piedad, forever grateful to you, te. At nagpapabati po sila at Michelle Kaedit, at Jake Warren, at P. Tarn, at Mark Jason. Hello po sa inyo. And to my loyal friend, Ma'am Ruth Mayo, hi ma'am, thank you for your loyalty for this channel. And to all the students po and to my good friends out there na nanunood at patuloy po nag-share ng message na ito para sa lahat po ng kanilang makakilala. Maraming salamat po. Asahan niyo po, nagagawa po tayo ng mas magagandang videos po, ng mas magagandang content, inspirational po ng mga discussions dito sa ating channel. So, discuss ko na po ang mga bashers, discuss ko na po na may mga haters po talaga tayo na nagbibigay sa atin ng mga wrong tagging with our existence. So now, we will have to identify ourselves. Sino nga ba tayo? Okay? So in order for us to understand ourselves, let us meet the concept of Howard Gardner, which is the multiple intelligences. So lahat po ng mga estudyante ko, almost all of my students, alam po nila ito because usually ito po yung introduction ko sa aking discussion, really, the multiple intelligences of Howard Gardner. So, according to Howard, we are all smart. We are smart in different ways. So, meaning to say, lahat po tayo ay matalino, lahat po tayo ay gifted, lahat po tayo ay magagaling. In short po, lahat po tayo ay may purpose and God created in that manner. So, dapat i-appreciate natin yan, dapat ilagay natin sa ating isipan na meron po akong purpose and I also have my potential na kailangan ma-develop dito sa mundo. Kasi meron tayong purpose gawin mo po i-develop mo po yung sarili mo in order for you to become an instrument of helping other people as well. So, hoping ganun po ang ating mindset. So, ano nga ba ang theory of multiple intelligences? The theory of multiple intelligences is Howard Gardner's theory, which proposes that people are not born with all of the intelligences they will ever have. Meaning to say, nung ipinanganak tayo, para tayong blank slate, na ganito pa lang ang level natin, but as we progress, nadadagdagan yung idea, yung kaalaman. As we socialize people, we'll learn something from them. Nadadagdagan yung ating mga skills, yung talent natin mas na-develop. So, mas na-transform, mas na-innovate tayo as a person in that manner. Okay? So, it says that intelligence can be learned throughout life. So, as I said, by means of exposure, by means of experience, nasha-sharpen po tayo, nadidevelop po tayo from other skills na hindi pa natin na-possess long before. So, ganun po. So, very important po na meron po tayong exposure to different people. Socialization is very important. Also, it claims that everyone is intelligent in at least 8 different ways and can develop each aspect of intelligence to an average level of competency. Meaning to say, kung ipinanganak kang part of the verbal linguistic intelligent people, ganun ang design ng utak mo, you could also learn from other intelligences available na i-discuss ko ngayon. Okay? Pwede mong kunin ang 8 intelligences na yan at i-possess mo sa sarili mo. But, okay, pero may but you could only have an average level of competency from other intelligences na hindi naging dominant sa sarili mo. Kasi meron talagang dominant intelligence na nandito sa ating sarili. Okay? It's either sa lahat, isa or dalawa or tatlo na dominant po sa ating sarili. But we can have the other intelligences available. 8 po silang lahat. So, we could be developed with that particular intelligences. Okay. So, the first one is the verbal linguistic intelligence or simply the word smart. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Is the capacity to use language, your native language, and perhaps other languages to express what's on your mind and to understand other people. So, talking about verbal linguistic intelligences, they are those people who can understand words and manipulate the structure of language, has highly developed communication skills including writing, speaking, and storytelling, knows and correctly uses rules of grammar, enjoys reading, writing, and speaking, and has a large vocabulary. So ako, I consider myself as part of the verbal linguistic kasi every time na may narinig akong mali sa grammar, something na parang awkward, so nafe-feel ko agad, napapansin ko agad. But, of course, hindi ako exempted for that. Nagkakamali din ako when it comes to grammar at some point. Okay? So, sila yung magagaling gumamit ng mga languages, mga native languages. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, alam to ng lahat pero nagiging misconception ito ng ating society. Once a person can speak English well, automatically the tag of that people is matalino. Okay? We should correct that idea. We should correct that notion in the very first place. Hindi po basis ang hindi po basis ang language proficiency ng isang tao for us to say that he or she is intellectual. Let us analyze and let us evaluate the kind of content sa kanyang sinabi. Okay, hindi po nagbe-base yan. Kasi dito kasi sa Philippines, we usually have that kind of idea na pag magaling ka sa language, na English language, automatically matalino agad ang isang tao. So, ang Filipino language na speakers, parang, okay, normal lang. So, ganun po ang ating concept. Let's correct. Okay? Because part lang po ng culture ang language, hindi po siya basis para sabihin matalino ang isang individual. Okay, next. We have the logical mathematical intelligence. So when we say logical mathematical intelligence is the ability to understand numbers and logical concepts well and a position of reasoning skills. Can easily do math in their head, are good at strategy games, wonder how things work, and the intelligence can be developed through many kinds of multimedia technology. So, commonly, pag sinasabi natin number smart or reasoning smart, naka-fall po siya sa gender ng mga lalaki. Okay, usually, I'm not limiting na baka sabihin nyo na sa lalaki lang talaga, no, but usually, sa lalaki po talaga ang number smart or the logical mathematical intelligences. So, in a college setup, dito po nagkakaroon ng connection ang dalawang gender. Kasi si babae usually verbal linguistic. So, hindi niya kayang i-process ang mathematical equation. Now, the girl needs the boy para ma-solve niya ang kanyang projects or assignment, for example. So, mag-a-ask siya ng help sa lalaki para i-solve ang mathematical equation. Vice versa naman po because si boy, hindi niya rin po kayang i-manipulate ang words. So, kailangan niyo po si girl para ma-solve din po yung assignment niya because the boy usually cannot manipulate the words. So, dito po nagkakaroon ng colorful interaction ang two gender. So, kaya nga nagsisimula dito ang masasarap na mga relationship ng ating mga ng iba't ibang couple, no? Because of this two intelligences existing. Okay, the third one is the spatial intelligence or the picture smart. It's the brain's ability to perceive and interpret visual stimuli. In other words, it's how our minds process what we see, So although not very recognized, spatial intelligence is very important in the arts and in everyday life. So sila po yung mga taong napakagaling mag-decorate, they can play the colors, okay? They can combine every object into a beautiful presentation. Sila po ito. Sila po ang magagaling mag-painting, sila po ang magagaling pong gumawa ng mga abstract painting, and hindi po na-appreciate sometimes ng ibang tao, but itong mga spatially intelligent people, they could easily appreciate any form of art existing po sa ating mundo. Meron po silang capacity to think beyond what we can see. Okay, ganun po ang situation. So, mga spatial intelligence people, magagaling po sila dito. Next, the bodily kinesthetic intelligence, or what we call the body smart. So talking about bodily kinesthetic intelligence, or the body smart, expert in using one's whole body to express ideas and feelings. So tugtugan mo lang sila, they could easily maneuver, they could easily innovate yung existing na dance step, for example, nababago nila, nabibigyan nila ng another flavor, itong mga bodily kinesthetic people. So they are good in acting, in dancing, and even in sports. Nandito po, part po kayo sa bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Okay? So there is usually fashion talking about bodily kinesthetic people. Napaka-artistic po ng mga ito when it comes on body language and body movements. Okay. The fifth one is the musical intelligence people, or the music smart. Being musically intelligent means that you are able to distinguish the sounds around you and that you have the ability to make your own melodies. So, yung mga songwriters po natin existing in the Philippines and even outside the country, nasisimula po sa isang poem yung kanta, nilapatan po nila ng tunog with all the help of the musical instruments. So nagiging napakagandang music po siya. Sila lang po ang nakagagawa nito, na yung mga musically intelligent people. But of course, let's not limit also ourselves with those people na mahilig kumanta, kasi this is common for Filipinos, no? Ang hilig po nating kumanta even if we have no talent and we have no really good voice. Pero according to Howard, once you love singing, okay, once you love instruments, part ka po sa mga musical intelligent people. Ganun po siya. So, pag mahilig kang kumanta, you love listening music, pero hindi maganda ang boses mo, part ka rin po sa mga musical intelligent people. So, ganun po ang coverage niya, and hopefully, patuloy pong kakanta ang mga Filipino kasi dito po tayo nakikilala from around the world. Next, the interpersonal intelligence, or the people smart. Talking about interpersonal is the capacity to understand the intentions and desires of other people and consequently to work effectively with others. So, ito po ang mga taong napakagaling in socialization. Interpersonal, meaning to say, napaka-influential, ang taas ng level ng charisma. Like for example, mga politicians. The words of politicians can influence the people. Okay? So, ang naniniwala agad ang mga tao. So, ito po ang mga interpersonal intelligent people. Yung mga taong merong 100 friends, pero 3 lang po ang totoo. Yung 97 po, pinag-uusapan po siya. Joke lang po yun. But usually, etong mga interpersonal intelligent people, sila po talaga yung napakagaling in communication. Sila po yung napakagaling in talking about people. Sa business, very important po ang interpersonal intelligence, because basta po yung mga profession po na we are dealing with people, ito po sila, yung mga interpersonal intelligence. So they are the extrovert individuals. Okay? The extrovert individuals, yung walang mga hiya sa sarili, they could be able to speak in front of a million crowd. Okay? Number 7 is the intrapersonal intelligence, or the self-smart. Ano ba ang intrapersonal? So, intrapersonal is the ability or is the capacity to understand oneself, to have an effective working model to oneself, including own desires, fears, and capacities, and to use such information effectively in regulating one's own life. So kung si interpersonal extrovert, si intrapersonal po ay introvert. Sila po yung mga mahilig mapag-isa, yung mga taong nagbabasa sa library without talking with friends, pero napaka-organized po ng mga taong ito. Napaka-discipline po ng mga taong ito. Alam nila kung saan sila lulugar. Kasi po, pag sinabi nating intrapersonal, magaling po tayo sa ating sarili. Meaning, kilala po natin ang mga sarili natin. Kung kailan tayo sisigaw, kung kailan tayo magiging jologs, kasi hindi naman po ganun na introvert ka, wala ka ng happiness sa buhay. There are moments also. Okay, kung kailan tayo makikipaghagalpakan sa ating mga friends, something like that. Kasi usually po, ang mga intrapersonal intelligence people, napaka-formal po talaga ng mga taong ito. Controlled, napaka-planned, naka-process po lahat ng kanilang mga movements, naka-program po lahat yung mga intrapersonal intelligence. Okay, the next one is the Naturalist Intelligence or the Nature Smart. Talking about Naturalist Intelligence or the Nature Smart, it is, there recognizes and can name many different types of trees, flowers, and plants. Sila po yung pagpasok mo pa lang sa kanilang bahay, napakadaming tanim, napakaganda ng kanilang garden. They love planting, they love taking care of plants. Lahat po ng mga uri ata ng tanim, kaya po nilang pangalanan at bigyan po ng trivia, for example, di ba? Like Kuya Kin, may mga trivia talaga siya sa mga certain plants na nandoon sa kanyang tahanan. So something like that po. Ang bilis po mabuhay ng mga tanim sa mga nature lovers or mga naturalist intelligence. They really love plants. Meron po silang talent na ganun. So, multiple intelligences of Howard Gardner. Nandito po ito sa ating lahat. Lahat po tayo, we possess this kind of intelligences. Meron po tayo, all we need is to discover. As a person po, ito po yung pinaka-main role natin para mawala po sa atin ang mga insecurities. Kasi sometimes po, pag hindi po natin kilala ang ating sarili, we feel insecure, no? Pag nakikita natin na, uy, magandang kumanta yung friend ko. Uy, sumikat ang friend ko, something like that, in this field. So, nai-insecure tayo because hindi natin kilala ang ating sarili. But kung kilala mo ang sarili mo and you know kung ano ang kakayanan mo, hindi mo iisipin na mai-insecure ka sa kanyang talent because alam mo na hindi ka part sa intelligence na yan. Okay? So, we have to choose from this one, kilalanin natin ang ating sarili and kung ano po ang potential na meron tayo, let's develop. Okay? I-expose po natin ang mga sarili natin. Kaya nga sinabi, a man who is a traveler is a wise man. Bakit po? Kasi you encountered a lot of things sa yung travel. You encountered a lot of people na na-converse mo in a manner, and then you learn something from the person, in your exchange of ideas, in-apply mo sa sarili mo, at some point, yung mga instances kasi na nangyayari sa ating life, that's part of our experience, and isa po yan sa way na makikilala po natin ang ating mga sarili. Ganun po. So, in order for us to be a person na masasabi nating you learn or you crafted by the time, no? So, let's understand people by means of this statement. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Again, everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid, according to Albert Einstein. So, kung ano po ang talento, kung ano po ang potential ng isang tao, or what kind of intelligence na meron po siya sa sarili niya, doon po natin siya i-judge. Huwag po natin siyang i-judge sa kanyang kahinaan. Like for example, ako, I am not good in solving mathematical equation. So of course, it's unfair naman po if you will have to judge me by means of numbers. Okay? I-judge niyo po ako based on the kind of intelligence na meron po ako sa sarili. So, ganun po ang ibig sabihin. Kasi po, pag tinitingnan po natin ang tao based on their weaknesses, maruruwin po ang existence niya sa mundong ito. So, please po, sa lahat po ng mga nanonood sa video ito, kilalanin niyo po ang sarili ninyo para hindi po kayo maapektuhan sa mga sinasabi ng ibang tao sa inyo. And kung na-discover niyo na po ang intelligence niyo, you develop that one, you look for ways na ma-develop. Hindi mo kailangang umasa sa ibang tao. You develop that intelligence on your own. Find ways na mas ma-expose ka pa as a person kung ano man po ang uri ng intelligence na meron ka po. And I tell you, one of these days, yung nagsisimula ka pa ngayon, pero one of these days, yung paghihirap mo, yung effort mo na ma-develop ang intelligence mo ay ma-recognize ng buong mundo. Ganun lang po kasimple ang buhay. Knowing oneself is very important in order for us to stop the feeling of insecurity that is very rampant and prevalent in today's society. Thank you so much and good morning everyone. Hoping that you are in a good condition right now. Thanks for watching and I hope you learned from this video. Bye-bye!